So, hey guys, it's your boy Kyn Kyan and we are back with another video. Now, as you might see from the upper left hand corner, I have the candy skin. Yes. Now, I gave this skin a rating of 1 on Reddit because I was just so angry that they did not increase the range. So the skill has the same range as Candy Twist. So this skill, if you look at Candy Twist, we're going to see, like, she gives it to the mid row here. But look how close she's standing. Candy does not stand this close to your mid row. Candy stands like about here. So if this is the limit of where that skill can go, you're not going to get this Candy Twist on your mid row ever. So this Candy Twist and her skin shield, it's just not going to hit your mid row. It's only going to be for your back row. And it was so disappointing that I was like, this is a 1. This is pointless. I also didn't have the added on shield effect that I just couldn't see that the shielding was going to give me anything. Like, it was just, this is just like normal. It's giving me a bit longer, but it's not giving me enough that I think that Candy has improved a lot. But with this added on shield effect that increases my shield to about 50%, yeah, I'm doing well. And this is actually really good. Like, the skin is about a 6. Now, if you have seen my comments on Reddit, you will see that the skin comes with a second skill. So let's read this skill. When taking damage, give self and up to 2 nearby allied units candy, providing a shield effect. This effect cannot be triggered again for a brief time. Now, shield effect increased 5,164 plus 50%. That shield is like 7,500. Which, if we actually look at like her skill, Candy Twist, it's about 75% of it. It's not bad. It's not a bad skill. But the thing that's happening now is that she's also summoning like a second Evertree into the fight. And this Evertree, the animation is not there. So this was probably the skin that they were going to give her. The problem was that the skin outputted way too much damage. You know, my Candy is now doing like 1.2 million damage compared to a Medea doing 6.6, where before in fights we were talking maybe Candy putting off maybe 300,000. So we talk about a 900,000 increase in damage, which is insane. And it's just because like it's like a second Evertree, and it's like it's receiving 2 hits of damage. Like when it hits, because the Evertree is hitting it, and then it's hitting the Evertree, so there's a lot of damage going off. But it's not like a Reflect where the Evertree hits it, it hits the Evertree, and the Evertree hits it, and it just continues. It's like it hits the Evertree bounces back and hits it, and then that's it. But this is happening where you hit the Evertree and this like blur that's on the screen. It looks like white noise. So when we go into the fights, like look out for like the thing that looks like white noise on the screen. They're doing like 3 hits of damage each to each other. So Candy's outputting a lot more damage. Add on the fact that she's shielding, and she is just insane. So the stats they gave her, these are perfect. I think this is the perfect stats to put on to a hero like Candy. I love it. I love the stats. The shield, it's growing on me. Like right now I say a 6, I might wake up in the morning and go 7. That's how much the shield is growing on me. It's actually amazing. How much power right now is this giving me? It's giving me about 4,000, I think. Yeah, 4,500 the skin is giving me. So my Candy is going to hit that 120k mark. I am so excited. Because I like Candy. Now, what would I like to see? Would I like to see the bug fixed? Yes. But there needs to be one or two things. If they're going to fix the bug, they need to increase the range on the shield, because otherwise it's gonna be pointless. Like the skill will drop. Like let's say the skin will drop to about a 4, because if it's only protecting the back row, what is the point of this? Gives a shield to two nearby heroes. It doesn't. 2 nearby heroes, you expect it to hit your mid row at minimum. So all they need to do is improve the Candy Twist range slightly. I say slightly, allow it to hit the mid row, and the skin shield. Just increase the range, you know, and I'm happy. you can take away the bug. If they're not going to increase the range, keep the bug, lower its damage. You know, just give her that. Just, she provides a shield and she provides this like summon thing. That's it, you know. That is all they need to do. So let's go look at some fights. Fights. Alliance duel. We're going to go to record. And before I show the fights with Saloon, I can show these ones where I've lost. We're going to look at this fight with Lexus. So I can explain the bug. Because Saloon is someone that I actually want to talk about. So, you know, she has some great team builds. So when I show the fights, like, you're going to see like a lot of losses against her. But we're going to see. So let's see if we can find this bug. This damage is insane. So it must be in here somewhere. We just can't see it. So let's just wait for my mid-row to fall. And then I can bring the bug up. Because it's in there. Because I just saw like insane amount of damage happening. But let's see, like, now we're going to see like the effects of the shield. This team here is versing a Coco, a Brunhild, a Rams. Ah, here it is. There's the bug. Can you see this? That is the bug there. And when it takes damage, it gives damage. So now it's here. And you're going to see like damage. It's like 2 hits of damage. But can you see that this is taking damage? It takes damage, this takes damage. And it's just constant. Like that was 12k damage there. And all the skills are happening here. Everything, all the attacks are happening here. This is just linked to this. So it could even be that this is like a second one of this. I'm not too sure. But that's the bug. But look at this. Look at the shielding. She is taking on Lucifer and Ram. She's killed off Brunhild. And well, they both killed off Brunhild and Coco. Now Lucifer goes down. And now this Rams is dead. You know, this Rams doesn't stand a chance. Big massive hit there from Kongming. Winners. Because that's what we are. We are winners. So, let's talk. Because now we're going to see the damage. We can see that I'm saying insane damage. 1.5 from Candy. 1.3 from Kongming is right. 1.5 from Candy is insane. You know, this was a Lucifer in Hades mode. Only 1.5. Insane. The healing received, you can see here, 1.3. This healing, I don't know. In other fights, like, this healing isn't there. So, in this fight, I have to say that this healing is correct. She is doing this healing due to her lifesteal. So, I would say that's correct. The damage received, we see it here. Insane damage reduced. But this is what the shielding is given. You know, it's making Candy much more viable as a back row support who gives shields. But if she could hit that mid row, it could make fights against like these Lucifer teams more interesting. You know, if you took away that bug. You know, because she wouldn't have that insane damage. But these guys would be able to fight and put out some damage. So this fight becomes more interesting. And physical loses some of its edge where it's just so crit, and the fight's over. You know, we start to see teams that can fight back and damage. And it's a bit more of an even playing ground, you know. You can go magic, you can go physical, you can choose. You have a choice. And Candy would open that up. So, let's go look at the fights with Saloon. So this one is a defeat, but it's more of a timeout. Now this team, I love this team. This team here is like Jason for healing, Vela for magic resistance increase, Chavez for magic resistance increase, Pierre for speed up, and the silence when he links with this smoke. Right now he can't link with this smoke. This smoke for the interruption to cause like a 1v5. So usually these tanks would be right up in my face. And when smoke causes, like, does his interruption, he hits everybody because Medea is more over here as well. So we're talking Medea is like now this immobilization, Medea gets hit. But right now Kongming is free. Kongming is free in here. But this tanking from Vulcan and Candy is enough to keep Kongming alive. Smoke has to keep trying to force these one-on-one situations with Kyn Kyan to get rid of him. But this Kyn Kyan is going to stand, and this Medea and Alma summons can have a fight up here against the tanks. So this like really brings out the summoner team and makes it more of a fight. So we can speed up. Like we see the bug down here taking damage still. Yeah, let's just go through it, because it's the stuff at the end of the fight that's really interesting. You know, Kyn Kyan is going to fall, but no one else will fall. You know, Pierre was taken out, so now we're just talking. It's just the tanks that are left, and it's insane. Like, I love Saloon's building. Like, I would rate Saloon as one of the best team builders. She puts out so many teams for the guys to fight, and I'm constantly on them. Like, she changes the team, I'm gonna fight it. So what do we see? Now this is 140k power difference, you know. Power analysis. Let's see that Smoke. 149k Smoke was up against a 120k Kyn Kyan. Look how long it took to put him down. You know, this Pierre, 139k was gone. Vulcan, 57k. I want to show people this. This 57k Vulcan. Why was Vulcan still alive at the end of the fight? Like 92, not full, not up to O plus 6. I think this is like this is either orange or this is orange plus 1. You know, 57k. No core, no like no rune core, no beast soul, no prayer, no talent. Where is this Vulcan getting the survivability from? Let's look at this team. 1.2 million damage from Candy. We know this. We've seen the bug. You know, and it's against this team. Maybe it's fair. You know, Smoke was in control. He was silenced. He was getting knocked up. He was getting Kyn Kyan's portal put on him. Maybe it was correct. You know, Vulcan also added in magic resistance and armor constantly, plus Vulcan's shield and Candy shield. He just can't output. But I still think this is just way too much damage. You know, double of Medea and Alma. Healing 538, we see it drop. This is what my Candy usually does. She does like healing like this, not that 1.3. But yeah, you know, she always does super healing. Damage received we see it's the same, but it's when we go down to the bottom here. This team could not touch Vulcan. Like Vulcan, 0 damage. Like, and if this Vulcan is going to last the whole fight, you are not going to be able to damage, because this Vulcan is going to have shields on this team constantly, armor stack, magic resistance stack. Then you have Candy giving that armor stack and magic resistance stack. It's insane. Like, the Vulcan and Candy is a partnership made in heaven. It's crazy. I love those two together. It's really, really nice. So let's go look at another fight. Now you can see, like, timed out, you know, I think I won one, but timeout, I lose here. This is a different team I'm facing now, but let's go have a look at this team. Now again, this is another excellent build, a Bebo team, you know. So this is Bebo's team. Like, everyone in here gets extra energy from Bebo. Bebo allows more crit. You know, you've got what's his name, Ruby, in here, allowing more crits. So how insane is this? We see Candy giving the shield in here, is going to save my team a bit here. You know, Kyn Kyan goes down to low health. But look, the shield is back up. Who has the shield? Kyn Kyan, Medea, win. Damage output. We know it's bugged. We know it's Candy. 786 versus this team. Now maybe if this Bebo is leveled, we see a different fight. You know, 40k difference. We expect that with this Bebo. It's basically 4 heroes fighting me. You know, plus a two level power difference. Okay, healing received, Candy, insane healing. Damage received. This is what we expect. So, you know, it's nice. It's what we like. So Verx on skin, it's a 6. Currently in its current form, it's like an 8. in its current form. The actual skin is like a 6. We need the range increase to make it like an 8 and 9. If it hits the whole mid row, no, if it hits the whole team, it's a 10. But to be like a really good skin, I'd say like an 8. Just needs to hit the mid row. Now, the last thing they updated on this, Pierre. Pierre is still unkillable. Now, all those fights I lose to Pierre. You know? And I hate it. I hate it. Pierre will now die. I think this is the 3rd update for Pierre will now die. And we're just going to speed up because we know what's happening. My team is outputting. Oh, look, there's no one left other than Pierre. He's here. Running animation. You know, there it is right there. There's the running animation. He doesn't go into his Phoenix mode. There's silence. There's Coming's portal. He doesn't know what to do. You know, there's Blister with the slowdown. There's Candy with healing drop. There's magic resistance drop on him. He just doesn't know what to do. And he just goes into this crazy mode. And we just see here, we speed up for the battle. Actually, like, do we have to watch this? Yeah, let's watch it so people can see just what's happening. Like, we can see it's constant damage. There's only one hero here for however long, and he doesn't go down. And in the other fights where I fight Saloon and it's a much powerful Pierre goes down. So, you know, we come into the fight, we look at the damage. Candy 1 million, yeah, expected with this bug. Healing, Candy no healing. 1 million, no healing. Okay, maybe she didn't receive any damage. You know, this Ariel probably wasn't getting off enough to do any damage. You know, she's just hitting shields. Damage reduced 3.8, and this is insane because really there was no one fighting her. So where is this damage reduced from? But this here, 6 million reduced damage. It's bugged again. 5.6, but this is what they need. This is why they should put me in a test server, because I give them this before they actually send the update to everyone, and they can start fixes straight away, and maybe not put in stuff like Pierre will now die in updates that they give to the whole game, because Pierre obviously does not die. But yeah, guys, that is it. That is the update. That is Candy skin, which is nice. It's not a 1, it's a 6. Pierre doesn't die, and Candy needs a skill description on her skin change to also summons a second ever tree or whatever that thing was, and keeps her shield how it is. Or maybe keep both and make it into the mid row. Maybe that's nice. But yeah, guys, I'll see you on the next one. It's your boy Kyn Kyan. Have a nice day.